Wanna go closer? Wanna go closer? Baby. Wanna be closer, taking heart.
All right. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Let me know if the audio is good. We are going to get started. All right, let's see. Who do we have in the chat today? Alter Ego Bro, Your Mom, Kawaii Mation, Captain Abel, Liam Hughes, I guess that's how you say your name. Fan Namator? Namator? Namator, I guess. Silver Star, Mason, Wrigley, Truth, Hope, Love. I think that's about it. Did I miss anyone? Oh yeah, that one snail. The Blue Dabba Network. I'm blue dabba dee abba die dabba dee dabba. Yeah, I had to do that. I had to do it. And Louis Picard, I think that is who. It's Pizza Boy. I've never seen you in the chat before. Welcome. Dorothy UY, JRR24, Gold Star. Okay, I think that is about it. All right, let's go ahead and get on the camera. What up? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another Regularjosh1 stream. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys had a good week, and hopefully you guys are having a good start to the weekend. I certainly am having a great start to the weekend, and I just realized I have a bobblehead on my desk of one of the Dodgers, and that is so fitting right now because our boys are going back to the World Series, baby. Let's go! Oh my God. That was, man, like, seriously. Okay, all right. So just before we do anything right now, I was at Disneyland yesterday. Shocker, I know. Friday, of course I'm there. And basically, I was kind of just going, of course, going through the park and getting on some rides and stuff. I was getting on the Matterhorn, and pretty much, like, I was kind of scrolling through my phone, looking at the score, and I think it was like we were at the bottom of the 8th inning, and we had, like, I think we made another. It was either just another run or a home run. I wasn't fully sure, but we did another score. It was 5 Dodgers, 1 Brewers, pretty much. And I was literally in line to get on Matterhorn, and the entire time I was just glued onto the phone because I was like, are we gonna sweep the Brewers? Are we gonna sweep them? Right? And pretty much, let's see, is that still playing? Okay. All right, let me just check and see if it's, I don't even know if that's automatic. Yeah, but either way, yeah, like I pretty much was I can turn that down a little bit. Yeah, but I was pretty much just like watching the score, just seeing what was gonna happen. And then, like, literally I was heading over to Space Mountain, I think, after I got off the ride because they were still playing. And then like, literally it was the top of the 9th inning where the Brewers were to play. Instantly they got out, and the game was over. And I had to try so hard to, like, really keep my excitement to a minimum, because obviously I can't walk around. I mean, there was a lot of Dodger fans there though, but I can't walk around like just freaking cheering that we're going back to the World Series, you know what I mean? So that was awesome. that was freaking awesome. But yeah, that was my day yesterday. Yeah, but yeah, so again, I hope every single one of you had. Oh, that's great. So YouTube is not receiving enough videos to maintain a smooth streaming. You know what? Of course, out of all days, something's gonna happen. So that's fine. But yeah, hope every single one of you guys are doing pretty good today. Got any plans for Halloween, Josh? No, not really. Not really. Last year Halloween, I went to Disneyland. This year, I don't think it's gonna happen because reservations are gone. I mean, if it opens, then sure, we'll see. You're lagging a bit. It's not me. I've done that. I've got that right. A little confused there, but I am lagging a little bit. Okay, now it says excellent connection again. Okay. So you guys have noticed that I am going to be chatting with a guest today. Yes. And damn, I really wish I brought my fan here because it's kind of getting a little hot right now. It's like, god damn it. But you know, it is fine. It's fine. I can survive. I got water. But yes, we have a special guest with us today, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You know him. You've seen him. He's been a part of my videos, and we have not done a stream together before. So this is the first time that we are actually streaming together. Now, you are only going to be able to hear his voice because he doesn't have a camera set up pretty much. So you're just going to be hearing him speaking. So it's just going to be me on the camera like usual. So you're going to be stuck with this face. But yeah, so with that being said, I think it is about time that we introduce, and I'm sure some of you guys already know who that is. So, that one snail, you can unmute. Introduce yourself.
Hello, hello, hello. Is everyone hearing me?
Can everybody hear that one snail?
Is there a separate voice you guys are hearing besides Josh's? Let me know in the chat, please. I need to make sure this is going through clearly.
Really loud. I can hear you. It looks like they can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay,
right.
good.
Success. Good. Success.
I was really concerned at first because we were trying to do this on Discord, and Discord was just being a nuisance for no reason whatsoever. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was strange. Yeah, just turn that down just a little bit because some people are saying you're kind of loud. But yeah, like we literally tried to do this on Discord, and he couldn't really hear me that well, and then weird audio issues were going on, which was ridiculous. I was like, oh no, please don't tell me we're gonna have to delay the stream or possibly cancel it. That was something we were worried about.
That's something that I brought up at first because that's my main concern.
Exactly. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, we tested. Wasn't it last Sunday that we
last
did the
Saturday?
test?
No, last Saturday. Yeah, last Saturday.
Last Saturday.
I came up with the idea. I came up with the idea to do this, and then we're like, okay, well, if we're gonna do this, let's make sure that everything's tip-top in shape. And then, of course, the problem was last weekend was that my volume was low on my phone the whole time, and I thought there was something wrong with the call.
That was literally... That was hilarious. Oh, now there's some weird... Okay.
I just had to raise the volume, and that's all I need to do.
Okay. That was a little weird what just happened, but yeah, but like what happened was like literally he like yeah, his freaking volume was down the entire time. And the way that I was like testing the stream was on Streamlabs. You can record. That's kind of what I used with like some of my videos when I would do like face cam, is I would just pretty much do a video on my OBS and pretty much just like record it. And there you go. I have a video file. And the whole time, like, I couldn't hear you for some reason. I was like, okay, you're good on my headphones. Like, everything's on the up and up. But for some reason, it was low. And then when we did the test again, like, he was like, oh, I am such an idiot. I had the volume down on my phone the whole time, and I just freaking lost it. Like, that was that was hilarious. And yes, Virginia Lake, that is Bluey. It is. Yep. I'm not gonna stand up because I'm in my PJ bottoms right now because, yeah. But yes, this is the Bluey shirt. Good observation.
I have the exact same shirt.
Yeah, that's right. You can get it at Costco. I mean Costco. No, Target. At Target. I keep mixing up Target and Costco for some reason. I think it's because out of like all stores that I shop at, Costco and Target are like my #1 places to go. Specifically Costco, but you know, like Costco obviously has like way more expensive. Well, it's more expensive to shop there because you're also buying in bulk for a lot of things. So, you know, that's I kind of go there like at least once a month. But yeah, I always kind of conflate the two for some reason, but it is
someone in the chat here, Fan Nemonator 101. I have to agree as well. I'm also watching the final season. I just saw episode 3 this morning. I'm dying on what they're doing right now. I absolutely love what the approach they're going. I haven't seen anything of the manga. I'm just watching the anime, as it comes out. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what else they come out with that next.
Oh, I was wondering what you were talking about, and I just saw the comment. My Hero Academia. There you go.
Right. Yeah, no, they mentioned My Hero Academia because the final season is premiering now. We're on the third episode. I believe there's only 12 episodes left. Or 12 episodes in total, and we're on episode 3 right now. So.
Ah, got it. It's
Hmm.
interesting because like literally I remember I think it was 2018 or was it 2017? No, it was 2018. I went to the Anime Expo, which is in LA, and they hold it for like 4 days, usually July 1st through the 4th. And one of my friends, Javon, who you know, and we've seen him on the channel like many years ago when I used to do a couple of videos with him. We went to we literally went all day. I mean, all 4 days, and I think it was either the first day or the second where they had like I think it was a world premiere or just at least the USA premiere of the first movie of My Hero Academia. And I just
It was
I
the first, yeah.
remember it was the first one, yeah. And I just remember
Hmm.
like I never saw My Hero Academia before then, and I still haven't seen it afterwards. And I literally had no idea. I kind of understood what was going on, but at the same time, I didn't really know what was going on either. And so, and we waited like 2 to 3 hours in line for that panel. I mean,
Hmm.
for the movie and for the panel, like, not even kidding. Like, we had to get to the Anime Expo at like I think 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So like right when the doors fully opened, which I think was maybe around 8 o'clock, we all rushed over to where that panel was going to be held, so we could get like a spot because him and his other friends that we were with were like pretty big fans of My Hero Academia at the time. And I was joining him obviously, and so it was like, yeah, let's go ahead and I'll stay with you guys and check it out. You know what I mean? And it was cool. It was fun, but I just remember it was an interesting time. I usually don't wait like 2 to 3 hours for anything, like anything. Even when I'm at Disney, I don't wait that long for anything. I don't have
And it
that kind
sucks
of
because
patience.
it sucks because at the time when you went to go to see the first movie in the convention, obviously it hadn't come out in a wide release yet, so I was still waiting for it. And the fact that you, someone who hasn't seen the show prior to that, got a chance to see the entire film early, I'd
Yep.
say, I was dying. I was very much dying because I was like, damn it, he got to see it first before me. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I
Hmm.
have like all of these conventions that happen around here. I mean, mainly at that convention center in
Yeah,
LA.
California boy. Yeah. You got all the good crap over
Yeah.
there. Uh-huh.
And the funny part is like I think like in a month or something we have like a Pokemon Con coming at like one of the airport hotels or
Hmm.
something. I think it's a like a trading card thing, or maybe it's all things Pokemon. I don't know. I may think about going to that, but I have to look more into it. Like it's actually been like a con that's been traveling around the US like the past year. So um yeah, maybe. And
Hmm.
then of course I had Comic Con like last month, which was awesome. I had to get him a couple of things from there when I went, because again, he doesn't get to go to a lot of, I mean, he doesn't get to go to any convention. Um there's none that's near you, right? Or is it like, I mean, I
Not
know
that,
there's some in
no,
New
not
York
really.
City, but New York City is like
Yeah,
an hour away from you.
yeah. New York City itself is not that far from me. I can easily go if I really wanted to. It's just time and money is what's really holding me back. So yeah, I have New York Comic Con at the very least. But you, being in California, you have access to 600 of them around you in a 3 minute drive. You just go and casually meet artists from Adventure Time and get prints and all that. Just,
I
just,
mean,
just casual. Like,
a
yeah, I
three
met him.
minute
Yeah, I got a
a
signature too.
a 3 minute
Yeah.
drive is a definite over exaggeration because
Obviously, I know. I'm just saying because you're like you get it so easily, and I'm like, okay, well, here I am, just looking at the grass as usual. All right.
yeah. I mean, we have literally like, I don't know how many anime conventions we have. I've only been to Anime Expo, but there's like so many that and they're at like different locations too. And then of course next year there's gonna be D23 Expo, which is all things Disney parks and stuff. I doubt I'm even gonna be able to go to that because I need to be a D23 member, and that stuff sells out instantly. And by the time that happens, I'm probably gonna be like doing something with my show anyway, so I probably wouldn't be able to do that. But
And that's another thing. You're an actor in a show, of course, California boy.
shut up.
And then here I am, just in Long Island. Like, yep, we got a McDonald's around the corner. That's cool.
I mean, who doesn't have a McDonald's around the corner? Like, literally,
That's the
everybody's got a
joke.
McDonald's.
That's the joke.
I know. I'm just saying. Oh my god.
All right. Well, since this is my first time being on the live stream in general, I do want to interact with the chat in a bit, or in a way where I can like talk to them. Does anyone have any questions they would like to ask me or for us in general?
Yeah, good question.
Just
Like, yeah,
curious.
this is gonna be more kind of like a Q&A style stream.
Mhm.
So if you have any, questions for both of us, either just me or him or anything, go ahead and put it in the chat.
Real quick, your mom, you mentioned something a while ago in the chat. You mentioned that you've been watching Ren and Stimpy and Invader Zim. Those are two of my favorite Nickelodeon shows. I owned them on DVD. I just wish they had Blu-ray releases because HD versions of them exist. I'm not going to get into that. I'll be going on for hours. I've been watching them for years and years now. So the fact that you're watching them now, that's good. Giving new exposure. Watch the insanity that early Nickelodeon was when they had balls before, things were canceled and whatnot. So
Pretty much. What was he asking you about though? I'm like, the chat's kind of going fast for me.
Oh no! Basically, he just randomly mentioned that he's been watching Ren and Stimpy and Invader Zim. Those are recent shows he's been watching now, and yeah, that's two of my favorites. So, let's see here. So, what's your opinion on Cartoonito? I don't really watch Cartoonito myself. That's more like Josh's territory, but it's weird. I thought they were like canceled or something. So
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
It's what's weird about it right now is that like Cartoonito is gone, but they're still airing like a couple of shows only for like 30 minutes every morning, which is stupid. It just makes no sense. Just get rid of it. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it sucked because like I really thought that like it had a lot of potential from when it began, but Warner Brothers Discovery happened, and it ruined a lot of things for Cartoon Network. They were literally trying to kind of compete with Nickelodeon and Disney, even in some ways that some people weren't necessarily going to be happy with like a sitcom show and whatever. But like they were legitimately trying to get back on the map, and then when the freaking merger happened, a ton of their shows were taken off of HBO Max, which was Max and is now HBO Max again. Oh, I freaking hate this company, dude. But yeah, like that happened, and the Acme Nights was supposed to be a big thing. It was supposed to be like, from what I remember, not only was it going to be talking about like not talking about movies, but premiering movies and stuff, but it was also going to actually, I think if I remember, it was going to premiere the day the Earth blew up at some point. I think that was what it was going to do, that, but then that whole debacle happened and all of that. It's the whole thing is a mess. And then even Checkered Past, like how long did that last for? Like a year and a half or so?
Less than a year. Yeah, less than a year. I don't even know why they even attempted to do something like that, if only to just retcon the whole thing all over again.
I mean,
the problem, an absolute excuse of trying to milk nostalgia.
The problem with that was that they only literally aired like 4 shows at least. It was Ed, Edd n Eddy. It was Dexter's Lab. It was. They didn't even do Samurai Jack. No, they didn't. What else?
No, they didn't.
Courage the Cowardly Dog and The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. And that was pretty much it.
The only reason why they didn't touch...
No, go ahead.
The only reason why they didn't touch Samurai Jack was because that's an Adult Swim property now, ever since they acquired the rights to it to make a season 5, which was the final season. I don't think they're allowed to show Samurai Jack in its original form on a Cartoon Network channel spinoff or whatever. I think it only has to be Adult Swim now.
But Checkered Past was an Adult Swim thing. It wasn't on Cartoon Network.
No, I know. I'm just saying that in part of their lineup, that is part of Adult Swim original programming, whereas Checkered Past was programming adapted or taken from Cartoon Network originally.
Oh, I
So
see.
I don't. I think there's some kind of weird. Yeah, it was some kind of weird time slot thing going on there. It's strange, but that's one of my reasons as to why they did it. But at the same time, if that was the case, then they could have simply just replaced it with another show because they have so much in their catalog that they could have added besides just those 4 shows. But again, the fact that they only had 4 shows and it barely lasted half a year, it just confuses me on its justification as to why it existed in the first place.
Exactly. Yeah, because like obviously
It was
the
like an attempt
first.
just to bring back the viewership.
Yeah, I mean, like the first month that they did it, like yeah, a bunch of people were watching it because we haven't seen Ed and Eddie on TV for a long time, and Dexter's Lab and all that stuff, right? But the problem is when you didn't rotate any of those shows, you're just rotating the episodes over and over and over again to the point where it's like, what's the point of watching, anything again? Like especially with DVR, like you can literally just just record those episodes and you have it a part of your DVR if you have DVR, and then just watch it again. You don't necessarily need to watch a rerun over and over and over again on the block. So they kind of messed themselves up with that. Like, I don't think they necessarily tried all that much. They could have, but they didn't.
Let me see what else here in the chat I can answer to catch up. Fandom 101 says, hey, that one snail, you looking forward to Zootopia 2? Absolutely. That is absolutely going to be a film that I'm going to be seeing pretty much the opening weekend as soon as it comes out. Josh as well.
Yeah.
If anything, I would like to plan a video where we both review it together. That's something that's been in the back of my mind. So hopefully that's something we can eventually end up doing.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'd be totally down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see that movie on the very first day that it comes out, because if anything gets spoiled for me, I am going to refuse to watch the movie. Like
you
that's just
have
how
early access to it.
I do. What do you mean?
Yeah, you're definitely going to be seeing it first before me because I can't exactly go
yeah.
opening day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you
because
meant,
the
right.
opening day it's going to be a little busy for me, so I'm not sure if I'll make it. That's why I said opening weekend. I'll most likely definitely go on a Saturday for the most part, but yeah, you're definitely going to be seeing it before me.
Yeah, I freaking have to.
Yeah.
Like, and I had to stay away from Reddit for a while because I'm part of the Zootopia. Well, I'm not part of it, but I'm in the thread of the Zootopia thread on Reddit, and like they've been talking so much about Zootopia, but now with like some of the novels that are coming out with Zootopia 2 and the junior books that are coming out with Zootopia 2, they're kind of like talking about the story, and it's like, oh guys, spoilers, and it's like, no, I don't want to see any of that. Okay. So like, why are we doing this to ourselves? It's like, come on, just the movie comes out in like almost a month. Let's just wait. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
it's going to happen.
Yeah, like
it's going to happen. It's going to happen regardless of anything, especially with Zootopia 2 because it's been literally 9 years in the making. So any piece of new content is immediately going to be leaked, for the better or worse. So for me, I personally don't really care about spoilers that much. I'll still watch it regardless because I would like to see how it builds up to that spoiler. I want to see how the story lays out and whatnot, and take the experience as a whole. But for people that do care about spoilers, that is unfortunate that it is so easily just put out there, especially for in your case.
Yeah, because I got spoiled when it came to Bad Guys 2, and I mean, not that I was all that like really excited to see Bad Guys 2 for whatever reason. No, I think part of it was what turned me off was the freaking snake and the crow kissing each other, and I was like, no, that I just like when I saw that, I was like, okay, yeah. Like, that kind of turned me off. I'm not gonna lie. Like, not the entire movie, but I was like, I don't want to see that. But yeah, a certain thing got spoiled, and it's like, okay, well, I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm not in a rush anymore. So,
well, I have it. I have the digital copy. I have the 4K. I have it downloaded. So whenever you want to watch it, I'm all here. So just let me know.
Yeah, we'll see. I still haven't. You sent me Trolls, the third movie, and I still have yet to check that one out.
It's been so long, I even forgot what the hell the third one was even called.
Same.
Yeah.
Something about bands or something. I don't know.
I don't know. The family that prays together. I don't know.
Yeah. Music killed my grandmother. Okay.
Exactly. That's all I can remember from the first movie. It's hilarious.
Oh my god.
The Blue Badi Network says that one snail. Do you look like John Lennon? That is a hilariously random question.
That is very random. What?
Yeah. No, I do
You've
not
seen
look
him
like
in one
John
of my videos
Lennon.
before. You've seen him in my
Yeah.
videos before. What?
I don't think the majority of the audience here has actually watched my solo videos or my reviews I've posted here, because I do show myself on camera a couple times here and there, mainly for a quick gag or two. Usually I use Gary as like a visual cover, but I have exposed my face a couple of times. Not as often as I usually do, but yeah, I'm definitely there. But I assure you, I do not look like the deceased Beatles member, John Lennon. I am instead a chubby
random.
Puerto Rican. That's the best way I can describe myself. There you go.
Oh,
I got a
man.
beard, sort of. I got a high school beard going on, and I got a weird-looking mustache for the most part. That's me. Scrolling through the chat, let's see. Your mom says, a question for that one, Snail. What are your thoughts on Toy Story 5 and its plot? I'm not necessarily hating on it like everyone else is. It is unnecessary, I will say. 4 definitely felt like an epilogue to an already a movie that people agree that shouldn't need to exist either. As for the 5th one, though, if they were decide to go through with it, and so far its concept sounds okay, but I hate the fact that they're adding Woody and just back into it again, because Woody was left behind with Bo Peep and the circus in the 4th film. This movie seems to be mainly focused on Jessie, which is fine, because she hasn't had much of a direct focus since her subplot in the 2nd film. That's totally fine. But, I don't know, just the whole idea of it overall just feels strange. I have to definitely wait to see a trailer to really get my full thoughts out, but yeah, I don't know. And apparently they're going to plan to do even more on top of that. This is just going to straight up be a franchise now. There is no definitive ending by this point.
You know, I remember when like D23 happened last year, and they pretty much announced the 5th movie, and they also announced that there was going to be like a army of Buzz Lightyear toys that, you know, kind of like the first Buzz Lightyear that we all know. Like, they all think that they're space rangers, and now they're gonna be evil and taking over and something like that. And I remember when I saw like a video of somebody live streaming that entire like panel, or no, I think they were filming a couple of videos of it. And when they pretty much showed that like scene of all the Buzz Lightyears lining up with like laser red eyes or something, I think it was that, no one really got all that excited. There was like,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I don't think anybody is like, it should have ended after the 3rd movie. But, you know, Hollywood is all about money, and they're just like, yep, whatever sells, we're just going to keep milking it until it
Yeah, I get it. But, I mean,
Like-
I'm going to be a little bit defensive about the 4th film here. Again, a lot of people hate on it, but, like, if you actually watch it, it does feel like a nice epilogue. There are some positive aspects about it that a lot of people don't want to care about, only because they are so blinded with the idea that the 3rd film should have been the finale. Like, the 4th one is actually not bad. It's fine. It's not amazing like the 2nd or 1st, of course, but for an epilogue, especially how I decide to view it as, it's fine.
I mean, I think what would have probably been a little better is, instead of doing these movies, just make like a, I don't know, like maybe a series,
Like specials or something?
Specials, or I mean, they've been doing a couple of specials, but I was thinking like maybe do like a series or something.
Yeah, I guess that too, but I don't know. The way that they presented it in the 4th film made it feel like it gave it a grand scope of finality in the way where it felt personal towards Woody himself and not as the toys as a whole. You know what I mean? The Toy Story 3 was the ending for all the toys. Toy Story 4 was Woody's ending, is how I would say.
Yeah, but is it now?
Yeah.
Because he's back in the 5th movie. So
That's what I'm
know,
mixed about.
like, how the hell are they gonna make that work? Like, is he just gonna suddenly return to them or something? Like, I don't get.
I guess. Well, the plot of the 5th one is that apparently Bonnie is now obsessed with her tablet, which is the leapfrog tablet thing. And because they know where Woody and Bo Peep was at the end of the 4th film, they're pretty much like, no, we got to get out of here. We need their help for something in specific. So they leave the house. Bonnie wouldn't notice because she's so distracted on the iPad anyway or whatever. They actually get to the circus and they find Woody again and get his help. That's the only way I can think of how it makes sense for them to bring him back into the plot.
Nah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Why would they need his help? I don't know. What in specifics can he do? I'm not sure. That's what I'm waiting for an official trailer for.
Maybe if I have to take a guess, it's probably going to be a whole thing of like they're going to try to take Bonnie away from or the tablet away from Bonnie or something, but you know, I mean, because obviously that's what kids are into nowadays. They literally will watch, you know, stuff on the tablet all the time. It even happens at Disneyland. Out of all places, even at Disneyland, you'll have kids that are just still scrolling through tablets.
Mm-hmm.
Even when like a fireworks show is going on, and I'm kind of like, parents, why are you wasting your money spending almost $200 to go to a freaking theme park, and your kid is just on a tablet the entire time? Like, what are you doing? But
that's pretty much what Toy Story 5 would be getting into, and that's why I thought that was pretty much a good concept, especially by making the tablet like antagonistic. I think it will be a fun idea, as long as it's executed properly, of course.
Right. I just wonder if there's gonna be like this storyline of where it's like, wait, but how the hell is the Buzz Lightyear plot gonna mix into this?
That's the one aspect I haven't brought up because I'm not sure how that works exactly. I'm assuming they come out with a new model of Buzz Lightyear that's connected via Bluetooth to the tablet, and I don't know. Maybe he downloads data from the internet and gets himself an evil. I don't know. I'm making up stuff. Again, I just need more. I need more story. I need more information.
Yeah, same. I saw somebody in the chat kind of bringing up like Ice Age 6. I can't believe we're getting a 6th movie, man.
Yeah, but the thing is,
or
with
wouldn't
that
it technically
one,
be a
it's
5th
at least...
movie? Or no, the 5th one was Adventures of Buck Wild. But the 5th, no, wait.
No, the 5th one was Continental Drift.
I completely forgot about that movie.
Yeah, the Adventures of Buck Wild thing is definitely not canon in the main series. That's just a Disney Plus special. Throw it in the trash. It doesn't exist. The 6th movie is the new one. It's called Boiling Point, I think it's called.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. And that's like the official 6th movie. Along with that, with Rio 3, I don't know when the hell that's going to come into fruition, but I think I saw an article a couple years ago. Yeah, there was a couple years ago almost that said they were developing it, but like it's been a couple years and still nothing coming out of it, so I'm not sure if that's even a thing anymore. But going back to the chat here, we got Kawaii Nation asked me, so that one snail, what do you think of the wild robots? I actually made 2 videos on my channel. I wouldn't say recently; it has been several months. I apologize for that. Where I basically go over a bunch of animated movies I've seen throughout the year. The first video was like 20-something. The second video I saw 40-something or whatever. I believe it was the second video. I mentioned my quick review on the Wild Robot. For what it is, it's absolutely fantastic for the most part, for sure. It's the way its animation is displayed, its characters, everything is great about it. My issue mainly stems with aspects of the plot that even Joshua himself was mixed on when we watched it together.
Yep.
It's 2 aspects to the plot. It comes in the middle of the film and towards the end. It has to do with the Brightbill character, the little geese that eventually grows up, and the last 25 minutes where they decide to bring in an antagonistic force to bring in some sort of contrived conflict where it didn't feel natural, it didn't feel earned, it felt very rushed and fast, and it felt like it needed to be there just for climax sake, and those 2 aspects didn't really sit well with me. So for the longest time, the film has always been on the back burner for me. I still think it's pretty good for the most part. I can't exactly say it's amazing though, which is a strange opinion because the majority of people say it isn't an amazing film. I think for me personally, I just need another rewatch to really solidify my opinions on it because I still have mixed feelings about some of the plots.
Yeah, I had to dock some points from the Wild Robot as well. I still think it's still a great movie. It's just the whole like, oh, you don't belong here. You're not really my mom. You're not this. It's like I'm just getting tired of seeing that in these movies. I get it. It's a kids film, blah blah blah, but like I don't know, like at least try to do it differently. I don't know, but like it just like that just felt forced
Yeah.
in my personal opinion. And maybe it was a plot line in the original books. I never read those books before, so I wouldn't necessarily know. But
Yeah, I haven't looked into the books either, so that's a true thing. I haven't looked at the books. Maybe those plot was there, and if it is there, then okay, fine. I can see they're just trying to adapt it. But if it wasn't, then that's clearly someone in the producer rights simply adding that in because they need to check that box. You know, we have to have the main
Right.
characters argue. We have to have this. We have to have a villain. We have to have an action scene. Because if that's not in the books, then clearly that was just made for the movie. And for me, I wouldn't have done that. I would have written the thing out a lot of the scenes a lot differently, honestly.
yeah,
But I don't hate it. I want to bring this clear. I do not hate it. I think it's definitely a pretty damn solid film for the most part.
right. Very
Um,
quick,
let me
because
see here. I'm
this
scrolling
is a
through.
question for he asked you this question, but I'm gonna also answer this too. Your mom says, a question for that one snail. What are your thoughts on DreamWorks making a Cocomelon movie? I don't know
Hilarious.
why the hell Cocomelon is even getting a movie. What would that even be about? Like,
It's hilarious. It's the Rugrats movie all over again. Cocomelon Baby gets a brother and he can't get along with him, so they get lost in the forest somehow. So the dad gets in the
Oh
car
my
with the
God.
mom, and they start singing. What the hell is that song? Are we there yet? Not yet. Are we there yet? And they're just singing a song all the way there to get the babies back. I don't know. An hour and 20 minutes of that, basically.
probably.
Great,
I mean,
great
I
concept for
know-
a film.
I know that Cocomelon has like a series on Netflix, but I've never seen it, obviously, because I'm not going to subject myself to that. But yeah,
Mhm.
like, it's, oh God, I can't. If I start going to Universal Studios and I see JJ from Cocomelon there, I'm gonna scalp myself.
Exactly.
Like, God.
Let me scroll up a little bit more. This is hilarious. Also from the Blue the Beat. I can't. Can I say that name? Say my life. The Blue the Beat. Oh my God. The Blue the Beat Network. Hey Puerto Rican man. Oh Lord, you're calling me that now. Have you heard of Gendi's Fixed before? And what are your thoughts on Fixed? Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
We have to limit the conversation of that one.
Woo!
I mean, I've made my.
Oh,
I
Fixed.
think I made my opinions clear on the last
Yeah.
chat on the last one. He's seen it.
Mhm.
He's tried. Oh God. He has literally tried to troll me with freaking clips of that of that. He showed me like a clip of the bear at the end of the movie, and I'm like, yeah, never want to see this crap again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because he knows how much I detest this film.
As for me, I'm definitely no stranger to R-rated raunchy comedies. I do have quite a few in my collection that I favor and whatnot. I was so interested in Fixed only because I was not expecting it coming out of Gendy. I know he's done some R-rated material before with Primal, but never in the way of raunchy humor. And from what the trailers pretty much showed, yeah, it's exactly what you would expect it to be. And of course, when the trailers came out, it got a bunch of backlash. I completely understand. I'm not trying to defend the movie at all. I get it. I totally understand if it's not anyone's cup of tea, which for the most part it isn't. I still wanted to watch it and give it a chance just to see what the hell they can even do for the plot for the most part. And for the most part, yeah, it's exactly what you expect it to be. But I don't know. I still found it entertaining for the most part. Criticisms I have is not even about the visuals or the comedy, but really they decide to do a third act misunderstanding thing. And I'm like, what? You're gonna throw that in a plot like this? And I really was not into that whatsoever.
Of course they're gonna do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, no, we don't really need that in this type of movie. Because
here's my thing.
it has a romance subplot too.
Here's my thing. When you have a movie that is about a dog losing his balls and he's going to do as much as he can with said balls, you think I'm going to give a crap about any emotional things going on in this movie? No! You literally, like, sorry, I can't do that! Like,
I was
No.
laughing. I found it funny. It's just me. You know, I guess I can stomach it more than people. And then on top of that, I grew up on Ren and Stimpy and also adult party cartoons. So I know gross out raunchy stuff. So it wasn't really that bad. If anything, there wasn't really much bad things in Fixed. Like, I expected it to be a lot more explicit, but it really wasn't. They didn't really push that R rating enough, in my opinion.
So it wasn't Sausage Party.
No, and even then, Sausage Party's not that bad either. There's just a lot of people that are kind of over exaggerating on it, but I don't know. It's just me, I guess. But Fixed kind of came and went. Everyone hates it. Oh well. That's just how it is.
True. True.
When it comes to Gendy working on the next project, which is called The Black Knight, that one looks a lot more up people's alley. Although it's just an animation test, it doesn't confirmed. Kawaii Nation just asked me right now. From what I can tell, it looks pretty cool, but I don't even know if that's a project that's even going to be made or it's going to fully come out. So
I've only seen that once, and oh no. You probably Blue Dubba D Network asked you another question.
Oh wait, before I get to him, hold on, I'm just trying to catch up here.
Okay.
Carter, the Blues Clues Fan 101 archive says, "What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?" I don't really enjoy his comedies much. I much prefer him when he's in a dramatic role. So for that case, I would say either Punch Drunk Love by Paul Thomas Anderson, or that recent Spaceman movie that came out on Netflix. Those are two of my favorite films for him because he pretty much shows that he can be a dramatic actor. And I know a lot of people like to say uncut gems. I get it, but for me, those two are like my personal favorites. Now it's slowing back down. Let's see. Kawaimation. Oh God, adult party cartoon was horrible. Yeah, I know. I get it. I'm not trying to defend that thing either. It's a disaster. But I've grown to tolerate it for the most part growing up. The one snail thoughts on K-pop Demon Hunters. Don't you dare! It's a masterpiece. I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece, but it's definitely a great solid film. I'm surprised that it's gotten as popular as it is. Like,
Same.
I thought it was going to be, just another animation popularity, and it'll kind of, whittle away. No, it's the most popular thing of all time right now. And I'm like, oh,
and
okay,
and it's annoying because of that. I literally cannot escape. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about the movie. I haven't seen it. I'm not really interested in seeing it. But I literally cannot escape that Soda Pop song and that Golden song. It's everywhere. Like, oh my God. Like, even when I watch my streamer on Twitch, like every now and then when he's like playing a video game, he'll just like sing one song from Golden, and I'm like, every time, God damn it.
It's funny because I actually haven't heard a single song from the movie since I've seen it. Like, I don't scroll on TikTok, I don't scroll on YouTube Shorts that often for the algorithm to pick it up for me. So I honestly, legit, I swear to you, I've not heard the song since then.
You are very lucky, okay? Like, again, it's not me saying that is bad or whatever. I just, when I hear a song over and over and over and over and over again, I get annoyed with it very quickly. Sans me and what's the song from Moana? I can't even think. How Far I'll Go.
How Far I'll Go.
I cannot listen to that song anymore. I mean, I'm less annoyed with it now, but like, just Disney literally put it in almost every single one of their shows, and I'm like, okay.
Moana 2 wishes it had a song like that.
Oh God,
Dude, my father legit saw Moana 2 for the first time a couple weeks ago. That is the most bland reaction I've ever seen from him. I asked him afterwards, tell me what's one song you remember from the movie that you just watched. He could not name it.
Damn. See, this is why you don't turn a series that was supposed to be on Disney Plus and compile it into a movie. I know exactly why they did it, because they weren't doing the greatest at the box office for a while, and they needed to have something that was going to open well in the box office. And so, hey, Moana was one of our biggest franchises right now, so let's just compile that from a series into a movie and let's do it. But obviously, that was not a good idea, because I mean, series and movies, obviously, from like a story elements and structure, are fairly different. They can be similar sometimes, though, but with the series, you're doing like multiple episodes, or you're telling a story across an entire season or 2 seasons, 3 seasons, whatever. Whereas with a movie, especially like a movie like Moana, you're doing a story in 90 minutes. So, and sometimes when it comes to series, there's a lot of filler.
Right, and this movie has all of it.
There you go.
It's so disconnected. Nothing's connected. Nothing flows. The more I think about it, the more I dislike it. I don't know. There's something really wrong with that movie. Something that Zootopia 2 is obviously not going to have any problems with because it looks like a theatrical movie that was made from the ground up, not a stitched together series. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that.
Yep. And
going
to
back to
interrupt for a quick second. Your mom. What do you mean by I'm your little soda pop? What the hell do you mean by that?
Because he's your little soda pop, you know?
You are being so cursed. First, you called me Pookie last week, and now I'm your little soda pop. What the?
Take that.
I am trying so hard not to cuss, but like, what the hell is going on, dude?
Take it. You gotta take it. You gotta accept it. Sorry. You have to accept it.
I cannot, dude. I can't.
You are your mom's little soda pop. And now we're gonna go on to the next character here. The Blue WWE Network. Hey, Puerto Rico man. Why are you calling me that? That's hilarious. Did you see Velma before? And do you hate Velma like most people did? I saw the first episode of Velma and I went, all right, that's it for me.
Did you watch the entire first episode of Velma or no?
Yes, I did.
I literally almost get past the first 5 minutes.
I gave it the benefit of the doubt because I want to give at least a full episode. And I want to see exactly what people hate about it. I totally understand. I know what goes on in the rest of the episodes. I don't need to see each one to really understand. Yeah, that thing was a travesty. Honestly, I don't know why it was even made. They were trying to do something different, epically failed, nothing worked about it, and that's that. Respect to the animators, of course, they tried. You know, the visuals at some points do like they tried and put some effort into it, but it just could not save the writing to save its life. It just, no. It just was not a thing that should have been made. Nope. Move on. That's pretty much the show in its entirety.
Yeah, like
just move on.
Canceled,
that's it.
You canceled Scoob, Holiday Haunts, whatever the heck that movie was called, and Robot
Right.
Dance. Yeah, that was weird. Whatever happened there. Okay, Google, stop it. But yeah, yeah, you canceled that movie, Holiday Haunts, and you gave us Velma, which was
quick thing before I interrupt you. When you screamed the G word there, my father has an Alexa next to me on my desk here. It went off because he heard you scream the G word.
Wait, but huh? I'm confused. oh. Wait, but wouldn't it respond to Alexa though, not Google?
No, it's not an Alexa. I forgot. He has the Google version of it, basically.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say.
Yeah, I forgot. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a different name. But you screamed that so loud through my headphones that it somehow detected it and went off.
Crazy. That's crazy. See, AI is listening into every single one of our conversations, dude. That's crazy.
Jesus. Your mom here says, a question for that one, Snail. Speaking of Adam Sandler, what are your thoughts on 8 Crazy Nights? Have you heard about it? Definitely heard about it. Never seen it. I just didn't really care to. I remember the Nostalgia Critic review. I've seen a couple reviews on that movie here and there. Yep. It just doesn't look like my cup of tea, really. I just don't care to really see it. I know it's the only 2D animated movie that he lent his voice for, and yeah, it doesn't look that good to me at all. So I just never bothered with it.
A couple of things. When I saw that review, first of all, when he did like a voiceover for that old man, it was very annoying. And also, I just remember the movie having pooping deer and the deer also eating their own poop. So that tells you the kind of movie that was. And I'm good.
Yeah, it's Adam Sandler comedy all over it, and most of his humor just does not work. So to make it into a 2D animated movie, yeah, no.
Yeah, though weirdly,
so to be fair,
did he make Leo, or was he just voicing in it?
I think he had producing rights in that one as well, but Leo is a lot more family friendly than 8 Crazy Nights, that's for sure. And that's another movie where it worked for like the first hour, but then it kind of fell off towards the end. At least for me, it did.
I remember when Leo came out, like, some people were taunting, like, wasn't there a Disney movie that came? Wish! It was Wish that came out around when Leo came out around that time. And yeah, everybody was like, how did they make a better movie than Disney did for their 100th celebration?
Leo's infinitely a much more entertaining movie than Wish, that's for sure. Even though I gave Leo a 6 and I gave Wish a 5, teetering a 4, Leo, I would definitely pick Leo to watch Leo over Wish, that's for sure. So it's actually kind of pathetic that that's how I went down.
Yeah, I mean, God,
Yeah.
Look out, world, here I are.
Oh!
I don't write lyrics. Alex writes lyrics. I wish I could write lyrics, but I'm not creative enough. But that just hurt my soul when I heard "Watch out, world, here I are." It's like, are you serious? That's what you're doing. Like what pisses me off about this is that we're talking about Disney here, okay? Some of the more popular songs that we hear from any movie is from a Disney film. And you're telling me that you got somebody to make these songs for your movie, and that is what they do. Watch out, world, here I are. Are you freaking serious?
Take that.
That just makes no sense to me. Like, they did so many things wrong with this movie, and I'm talking about this as if I've seen the movie. Haven't seen it. I kind of refuse to. But, dude, and freaking, what was his name? Valentino? Oh, jeez, no. You don't give a baby goat a cute design like that and make him hellishly annoying. You don't do that.
My butt found it.
Oh, God.
Let me go back up here. I'm trying to find other questions here.
All right.
I have never interacted into a chat before like this, guys. I apologize if I'm taking too much of my slow time to read through this.
I've always used to. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I used to kind of be very behind on chat, but I kind of just stopped doing that, and I'm like, okay, well, because, sometimes chat goes very quickly, and you can't get to every single question, so, but...
Right. Yeah. Blue the Sabertooth Rat says, question for that one, Snail, have you seen the new sneak peek for Primal Season 3? I actually haven't seen too much of Primal. I've seen the first 3 episodes of Season 1. Never seen anything of Season 2, aside from a few clips on Twitter. Apparently, people were not happy with the ending of Season 2. Apparently, it was supposed to be the grand finale, and apparently, Gendy fell into the same trap that always happens to him. He cannot write a good ending. It's always rushed, and it always doesn't feel complete. So, here comes Season 3, and apparently it's getting mixed feelings already. I mean, at least from what I can tell. I won't say in case of spoilers, but yeah, I don't know. I'll eventually get into the series eventually, because I did see his show, Unicorn Warriors into Eternal, which also had the same problem.
Yes, I was going to mention that too, because
yeah, it had the most rushed Season 1 finale, if it is a Season 1 finale I think I've ever seen.
I mean, I definitely don't think it's coming back. Like, that series came out 2 years ago, right? Or was it in 2020?
Yeah, and it feels like 2 years, yeah. And there hasn't been any news of a follow-up, so I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I mean, I wish there was, because it was definitely, very incomplete. Because I was loving the series, and then, when it kind of got to the end, I was kind of, looking forward to what was going to happen, and then things weren't resolved, and it's like, oh, okay, so I guess we're going to go to a next season, and then we haven't heard anything, so.
Right.
Oh, yeah, and Kawaii Mation says Unicorn has that love triangle, which was kind of yeah, because you had that one guy that was in love with the other, were they called warrior? I forgot, but, the other spirit warrior or whatever that possessed her body, and he's in love with her, but she's in love with the guy that she was going to marry, before all this happened, and he, of course, when he found her, he continued going after her, trying to get her back and stuff, and then he turned into a werewolf and stuff, so it was...
Right.
It was strange. It was strange. I mean, I really would love to have a season 2 of that show, but if we're definitely not getting a second one, then that just sucks, because it started off strong, and then it kind of just fizzled.
Yeah, definitely. Let me see here. Kawaii Nation asks, hey, that one Snail, what do you think of Smiling Friends, and did you know that Season 3 is out now? I've been following Smiling Friends ever since the pilot came out on April Fool's Day in 2020 of Adult Swim. And I've been following it ever since. Fantastic show, absolutely love it. I'm dying of laughter every episode. And yes, I've been following each episode of Season 3 so far. every Monday morning because it premieres Sunday night and it goes on HBO Max Monday morning. So I'm definitely up to steam with it, and I love every bit of it.
Never seen that show before. Like I've
I
always,
know.
yeah, I've just never seen it. I know.
Yeah.
I think wasn't it Nostalgia Critic made like an appearance in an episode,
Yes.
or was that another? Yeah, that was very
Mm-hmm.
interesting, by the way.
It's hilarious. I know it's
Yeah.
not exactly your cup of tea. It's basically take Gumball, take regular show, combine them together, and add even more weirdness to it. That's basically this show.
Wow, that sounds crazy.
And I know, yeah, I don't know if you'll be up to it. I can show you the first episode, but again, I don't think it's gonna be your cup of tea.
I don't
But
know either. Yeah.
that's beautiful. Your mom says a question for that one. Snail, have you heard of the Venture Bros? It's one of my favorite Adult Swims of all time. Definitely heard of it. I know all the Adult Swim shows. A lot of them has influenced me in my style and what I do nowadays, of course. But when it comes to the Venture Bros, I've actually never seen it myself. I haven't seen a single episode. I would eventually get into it because there's a lot of Adult Swim shows I would like to watch for sure. And I've heard that one is one of the more critically praised ones. So maybe someday I'll eventually get into it.
I don't think I ever seen that. No.
Yeah, I know. It was underrated, but also it had a fan base at the same time. You know, it was one of those shows that was there for a while.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Mason Wrigley.
I'm trying to find
says,
other questions.
Mason Wrigley says, "Hey Josh, do you remember the classic era of McDonald's where it had the red roof and the yellow gutters that represented French fries?" Yeah. Yep, I remember it, and I wish we could go back to those days because every single
Something about French fries. What?
Nah, he was asking like, do you remember the era where like how McDonald's used to look with like the red roof and the yellow. Well, they weren't yellow; they were white, like awnings on top. It's kind of like the classic like McDonald's restaurant look. Do you remember that?
It's not really ringing a bell, no. Unless I'm like, my brain's filling my ears right now. I can't really, no.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, maybe it's just something you have to look up at this point, though. But yeah, I mean, it hasn't been around for a very long time, though. But yeah, like my thing is just that like all of these restaurants are literally looking the same beige color, the same like boxy style look. It's annoying.
Oh yeah, okay, I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, every restaurant lost its color. Every restaurant lost its color.
Yep, it's just become very corporate.
Wendy's lost its signature yellow. McDonald's lost its playground and the colorful colors and whatnot. It just, yeah, it's all very gray and minimalistic.
Yeah, I don't know why they. What the? Okay, yeah, we're not gonna touch on that. But yeah, but like that, it's kind of happening to like a lot of businesses. Like, you know, you'll see businesses that have like, you know, some cool, wacky like logos and stuff, and then eventually it just becomes like very corporate, bland, clean. You know, like it's just it's yeah. We're not living in the greatest times right now. Creativity's dead. You know, so it's
absolutely
yeah.
Excuse me for butchering the name here. Captain Bell? Mr. Gary, the editor, I have a question for you. If you would give Josh a friendly nickname, what would it be? Well, his bunny is named Sky, so I just call him Sky.
Yeah, I accept that answer.
Yeah. As for me, it's kind of something I was going to eventually bring up as well into the chat. I am focusing on rebranding myself. I'm planning a revamp of the entire channel, of the entire thing. That's why my profile picture is just a blank purple circle right now, because I'm still developing something that will eventually be changed into that. And also why I changed my channel name to That One Snail is because I'm trying to stay away from the Gary the Editor aesthetic that I was going on for a while. I've actually designed my own original snail character that I'm going to be using instead. Only because I wanted to do something that I created myself, and I don't want to rely on just PNGs for reaction images and whatnot. Because, for one, it does feel like a carbon copy of Schaeferillas, which is another YouTuber on YouTube, that does the same thing for the most part. But also to make something that comes from me. It's something more fresh, a new fresh coat of paint, so to say. Especially since I've been extremely lackluster with videos for the last year and a half. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, welcome to the party. I haven't been doing any videos recently either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when is your video or whatever video you're doing, like, when is that coming out soon?
The first week of November. I'm still planning on the design. I have it already drawn out, but there's a couple tweaks I want to make before I really finalize it. I do plan to make a video pretty much reintroducing myself, what I plan to do for the channel, and et cetera, et cetera. And I already have a list of videos that I do want to make right afterwards, to come out in a more consistent schedule. Not a schedule as in like a video per week because I don't think I'll be able to do that. But I definitely want to upload far more often than I usually do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
Let's see here.
before we continue, the blue the saber-tooth rat says that and Nickelodeon will copyright you for using Gary the Snail. No, they wouldn't care. Like that's not one of those situations where like Nickelodeon would get involved.
It definitely wouldn't get to that point for sure. It was mainly just more of a personal preference thing for myself personally. I'm still gonna be a snail. It's just not Gary. It's gonna be my own original design. Again, I already designed it, so.
Right, Rainbow Voice robot voice came back at the best time. Because I wanted to do my own design. It was like, what the hell? But yeah, like that
really?
was something he was. Yeah, it happened. It's kind of happens every now and then. It barely happens, so like it's not an issue. Like Discord was way worse. So yeah, but
Oh yeah. Oh god.
yeah, but yeah, like like he just wants to kind of have like his own identity. So it has nothing to do with like getting in trouble or anything. Because again, they wouldn't come after him for using their character. There's so many people that use like characters from like TV shows or whatever as their avatars or as their profiles for YouTube, and companies don't really get involved with any of that, because they don't necessarily care. Like if is that how you say his name? Shafaralis, I think. I never knew how to say his name.
Schaeferillis.
Schaeferillis. Okay, I was close. Yeah, because if that was the case, Disney would have gone on his ass for using whatever that character's Tamatoa, yeah, from Moana. Yeah, so that definitely wouldn't be, that wouldn't.
And that's clearly what I was inspired by. I followed his videos for the longest time, and Ellis Mark and all that, and Scott the Waz. Those three are like the combination of how I make my videos. And visually, I use the Schaeferillas approach, where I just use reaction images of Gary to convey what I'm saying and my thoughts and all that. I didn't want to directly copy him. I just felt like it was the easiest for me at the time. I eventually designed, or rather drew, my own Gary to use as reaction images, and that worked for a little bit here and there, but even that, after a while, I was like, I don't know, it's not really working for me. But what I plan now is far better, and I really hope you guys will eventually like it. It's just that the thing is, with me, is I'm not using Gary anymore, so that means I'm not going to be called Gary anymore. So what I've been what I've been struggling with for the past week now is trying to come up with a name for my new snail character. I have no idea what to name him.
Right.
And
yeah,
we've been brainstorming,
we have
Josh,
at least like, I mean, if you're gonna do like the first week of November, we have like at least 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know. I just want to come up with a name that doesn't. It isn't me, because my name is Alexander. I'm not gonna call myself I'm Alex the Snail. That's dumb. I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
I want to give myself a catchy.
Yeah, because when I was doing obviously when I have my character, I named him Sky, and same with the pony character that I used to use on this channel. I called him Sparky. I don't necessarily know where Sparky came from, but that was just a name that stuck, and it was like yeah. So yeah, it just makes sense to
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, like those Well, Sparky, I don't know where. Actually, no. I think Sparky came from the fact that like when I went on that European tour with my choir, 15 years ago. Oh my god. Actually 14 years ago at this point. And wait, was it 2012? No, it's 2012, so 13 years ago. Okay. But either way, like I had like this Wolf's hat that I bought over there, and I would wear that every single day.
I remember.
I just loved it. Yeah, yep, he remembers that. And I think the guys over there, like, they kind of called it Sparky, and I just stuck with it. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is Sparky. All right, let me have a wolf character, and like, okay, the character Sparky. And then I started using it as the name for the pony, and it just stuck. And then with Sky, literally that just came from Paw Patrol. Like, at the time when it came to that, I was like, you know what? I like Sky as a name. I'm just going to use that name as the rabbit character. So that's
right.
And it stuck, you know? So, and I think I was a little like iffy on that because it was like, but wait, Sky is a girl's name, isn't it? But it's like, no, there's a couple of guys out there that have a name Sky. So
yeah, no,
okay, I could, yeah.
Sky is definitely a unisex name. It can work either or. So there was never an issue when it came to that, and it fit perfectly for your aesthetic.
Yeah.
As for me, I do have an animal character myself. Tasbeth Xavier 98 here in the chat, pretty much reminded me to bring him up. I have an owl named Tylo, who I developed 3 years ago. Mainly for my crowd on Twitter, for whenever I draw art and whatnot. Whenever I tried incorporating him on YouTube, though, it never quite worked. I never quite got an audience off the ground with that. Why I chose Gary, I'm not sure. I guess because I haven't seen anyone else on YouTube really do that. And I seem to be like the biggest Gary the Snail fan.
Exactly.
So,
I was going to mention that, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I just kind of stuck with that, and by the time 2 years later came, and I already had Tylo developed, and I've done so many art and everything, naturally it would be like, oh, okay, then just use him for your videos. And I'm like, I kind of can't, because I've already branded myself as this snail character. You know, it would be kind of weird to go from that to boom, now I'm an owl. Like, oh, where did this come from? You know?
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah. So I kind of just left it be. So Tylo's kind of like a separate thing. I have like 5 sides to myself, so that's like something that's not really brought to YouTube.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
The Blue Dubby Da Network says, "Oh, I miss Sparky. I thought it was cool." Yeah, I mean, I just like at the time
Sparky was the OG.
He was the OG. That 100%. Yeah. It's just that like I guess it was just more so at the time I just didn't connect with the character anymore because I wasn't like, you know, I made that character at the time because I was a brony, right? And I basically
used to be a brony too.
Yeah, and I guess I just wanted to kind of like connect with what, not that I wanted to connect, but I guess it was just more so I was kind of in that fandom a lot to where it was like I was watching a lot of My Little Pony. I was watching, you know, a lot of like videos of people, you know, doing like art and making music and stuff like that. So that was kind of why I ended up, you know, doing like a pony character for the channel for a while. And then eventually I was like, nah, I think I'm not really part of the fandom anymore because I didn't like what I was seeing from the actual people. Not like the art or the music or anything, but from some of the crazy fans there. And so I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not a brony anymore, but I'm going to keep using this character because I like the character still. And then eventually it got to that point where, so you do not watch My Little Pony anymore. Well, I'll get to that in a second. So yeah, it got to a point where I didn't.
Ironic timing, yes, that question.
Exactly. God damn. But yeah, God. But yeah, but like at that time, I literally was not watching the show anymore because I think I got out of watching it like at season, I think it was after season 5 or something, and I just wasn't into it anymore. So it was kind of like, why am I still a pony on this character on this channel if I'm not really into My Little Pony anymore, you know? So that's why I kind of decided to not use it anymore, and I was way more invested. Like even then, like I think on my Facebook I was starting to like use like a bunnies as like my profile picture. It would be Thumper, and then it would be Buttercream from Littlest Pet Shop. I was very cringy in high school, as you can tell. And yeah, no, we ain't talking about that. But, yeah, Jesus. But yeah, like I was. I think a lot of us were kind of probably cringe as a freaking high school kid, you know. So, but yeah, actually, and speaking of blue saber-tooth rad, you asked Josh. So, what inspired you to create Sky? Very good question. So, part of what got me to create Sky, honestly, was well, I think there was. Oh, there's a whole story on that one. Good lord. I think it was when I was in the choir, I was like singing one of our songs, and I remember like there was this, you know, this image that I had in my head, like, which I kind of started to create as a story for a character who was a bunny and he was doing this and yada yada yada. And I'm not gonna go into that because that's like way too detailed and stuff and whatever. I got very into it when I was in high school. Like, I was gonna write a book on it and everything like that, yada yada yada. But either way, like, it was a bunny character, and the bunny, for whatever reason, I guess I just like say for example, Sky. You guys know, on one of his eyes, he has like a black, you know, spot over his eye, and I guess I just like really liked that design, and so I kind of just stuck with it, and so, I think like I made the character in this like DeviantArt like character design thing. I think it was one of it actually was like a bunny avatar creator thingy or something, like many years ago. It was kind of like almost the same thing as what the My Little Pony pony generator thing was, and so that's kind of like what I did with the rabbit character. And I don't know how yellow kind of came to be, but I ended up creating that with the spot and the eye color and the kind of the I guess body patterns and stuff. And it just stuck. I just liked it, and so I got some commissions from a couple of artists to basically kind of make that. It was more so that I wanted that to be like my main persona. You know what I mean? Because I like, my favorite animal really is rabbits, and so I guess I kind of just wanted it to pretty much be that. You know what I mean? And so then eventually I was like, well, you know what? If I'm going to move away from using a pony on my channel, why not integrate Sky, you know, as my avatar for the channel? And so it kind of just went from there, you know. And at the time I only had like a couple of drawings of Sky, and then I found Kiminuki, I think that's how you say her name, and got commissions for her to draw the art that you see on my channel today. So, yeah.
Right.
That's an entire story on that. I didn't
for me,
expect to talk about that for so long.
Yeah. As for me, I pretty much developed Tyler 3 years ago, and before that, I didn't really have a character or identity to myself. I've always been active in the furry community, and I've always, you know, had so many designs in my mind of what I wanted to do, but I've always was my own worst self-critic. Never was happy with my art style, never was happy with any of my drawings. I kept trying, of course, and I've always developed a whole bunch of names and concepts for characters. None of them really landed. That wasn't until 2022 when I rewatched that Zack Snyder film, Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, which was an ambitiously, fantastically visually animated 3D movie that adapted the series of books, but the problem was why it eventually became disliked and forgotten was because it tried to tell its story of 6 books into a 1 hour and 30-minute film, and it felt rushed and incomplete because of that. I saw it first in 2014. I thought it was visually fantastic, but the story kind of went over my head. Seeing it again in 2022, I was able to appreciate aspects about it a lot more, especially visually with the character designs of everyone being owls and whatnot. That is what made me finally click and say, you know what? I'm making an owl character. And then I just went on from there. Around the same time, I was still doing Gary the editor still, of course. So I was already kind of locked in when it came to that, so I couldn't really swap it. But that's pretty much the character that I identify myself with now. But on YouTube, I can at least continue the snail aesthetic, but now I have the ability to make something of it of my own, which is why I want to rebrand and give it a new fresh coat of paint. So yeah, I need to catch up with questions here because it's been kind of piling up.
Yeah,
so let me
I
scroll
actually
back up for a second.
I forgot to answer one question. So do you not watch My Little Pony anymore? Yeah, actually,
Right,
because
yeah.
I was gonna mention this. So, I haven't watched the show in a very long time. Again, I kind of dropped off after season 5. I can't really even fully remember why. There was just something about like the episodes that I didn't like. I think part of it was I felt like it was becoming a bit too fan service-y, I think. So maybe that was something that I didn't like about it. I don't know. I'd have to revisit some of those episodes to really see what it was that I wasn't really vibing with. But it actually literally, I think like maybe 3 or 4 days ago, I started revisiting like seasons 1 through 4. And I've been kind of watching episodes ever since. So I've kind of gotten back into, I legitimately haven't seen any episode from My Little Pony in a long time. And I'm like really remembering just why the show was so good and why like people really enjoyed the series. I mean, cause let's be serious. Like the idea that a bunch of grown men were watching a show for little girls at the time was insane. It kind of still is insane when you really think about it though. But like the characters, you really come to like really enjoy them, and there was some kind of clever jokes in the show, and just the writing was also really good too. So it was kind of like very different, you know, when it comes to like how shows for either girls used to be, or just how like shows for young children used to be and stuff like that. Like it was very different and managed to like really capture a lot of attention from so many people, which was crazy. But yeah, like watching these episodes back again now, I'm like, I remember why. So I'm starting to understand like why this became so big and why, you know, I liked it as much when I was younger, and I'm, you know, kind of falling back in love with the show again. So yeah, so I didn't watch it for a while, but I'm kind of getting back into it. I don't know about season 5 and beyond. I have to find where I can even watch those episodes though. But yeah, that's kind of where it is.
All right, so hold on. Where is it? Okay. Your mom previously asked a question asking me what are my thoughts on Johnny Test and whatnot. Never cared for it. Never liked it. I tried when I was a lot younger, and even as a kid, I was like, no, I don't like this. Sorry.
It was interesting. As a kid, when it came to like the original, what was it, 3 or 4 seasons, I think, I was into Johnny Test, but then like literally, yeah, I think
it was just the first season.
Yeah, I think it was the
just the first season.
And then
because after season 1, they switched to Flash animation, and it just got more and more cringy as it went on.
I think though, like when I was younger, when that show came out, I didn't mind it at the time. But then when I got older, and you know the show was still airing on Cartoon Network at the time, I was like, yeah, this is bad. Okay, yeah, this is the whiplashing and the this and the that. No, like, yeah, like it just kind of got worse and worse as time progressed.
And your mom also asked a question that's for both you and me, which I lost, so I'm now scrolling to find it. Give me a second. I can find it before you. Oh, you son of a... Okay, all right.
A question for both Josh and Alex. What is one movie or show that you two hate so much you refuse to ever talk about it again?
100% Wolf! 100% Wolf! 100% Wolf! 100% Wolf!
Honestly, I was gonna say the Plankton movie, but 100% Wolf is worse.
100% Wolf. 100% Wolf. Oh man, no animated movie makes me more angry than that one. Jesus Christ.
That I don't even remember what the character's name was, but that freaking Chihuahua character, oh my god, she pissed me off. I hated her so much.
Everything about that movie. No, it's not just that. Everything about the movie just infuriated me. Everything.
And just the fact that like that character was also voiced by a TikTok influencer, that explains so much. It explains so much.
No. And then they made a sequel, 200% Wolf, which apparently, from what I heard, is slightly better. But I'm sorry, I'm not. Nope.
Yeah.
I just don't even want to. I really don't want to.
Yeah, so. And also, guys, please stop showing us him as a human being butt naked. You did that in the series as well. Can we just not do it again, please? My God.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No. Just no. I'm scrolling through the questions now. Just give me a second.
What are your thoughts on Gillian Felix says, what are your thoughts on Nickelodeon's Wild Pack? I think that's how you say its name. I've been watching the show, honestly, and it's really good. It's really good. It's very enjoyable. I love the animation. The characters are great. I haven't seen too much to where I can say a lot about the show necessarily, but I really, 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 really do hope that it gets a second season. It seems like it could, but I'm just hoping that it does, because it's actually a really good show. And it would be a shame if, like, they just don't let it, you know.
It did start to get a little bit of flack on Twitter, though, which, of course, Twitter of all places. Because one of the Halloween episode.
Exactly. Like, which I've still yet to see, but it was just like, oh, well, we're just giving you guys a warning about, some scary stuff is happening. And it's like, guys, this is not new.
Make sure to watch with your parents.
Phineas and Ferb did it before. In season 1. So it's like, why are we complaining about this? It's the dumbest thing. And even then, like, the creator mentioned that, that it wasn't necessarily something they were going to do. It was what Nickelodeon asked them to do.
Right, it was a producer. Like I said, there's always a producer that always makes the dumb decisions.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. But, like, honestly, what do you expect from Twitter? It's filled with idiots. Dumb, toxic... it's... Oh, I can't even... Twitter's the website equivalent of Fox News. Yeah, you're right. You are 100% right about that. Oh my god.
It's funny. Alright, so let me continue scrolling through here and see if I'm missing anything.
I found a question for you.
Oh, you did? Okay. Where is it?
Mark the Nostalgia Fan.
The Nostalgic Fan? I'm trying to find it.
It's kind of near the bottom. It's near the bottom of the chat.
Okay. There it is. What is your opinion on the Wonder Pets reboot in the city? I saw the trailer, and they captured the style of the original pretty well, while also adapting it into like a modern like take on it. But as for the show itself, I actually haven't seen it, only because I don't know when exactly I will. I've always had a soft spot for the Wonder Pets. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine, because I don't really watch Nick Jr. programming like that. I respect some of them for sure, but when it comes to watching them nowadays, it's not my thing.
Right. Now, it's funny because, like, when I was heading over to Disneyland, I was texting Alex, and I was like, okay, I'm on my way. And then literally while I was driving, I just started singing the rest of that song. And I was like, it just popped up in my head for no reason. And it was like, what?
Yeah, you just went for it.
Yeah. And I was shocked that I even remembered everything from that song. It was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always had a soft spot for it. I mean, I've watched it since I was a little kid growing up, of course, and as with any Nick Jr. programming, I mean, who hasn't seen Nick Jr. stuff? But that was the one that always stood out to me as like my favorite personally. But yeah, it's cool that it got a reboot, and it's cool that it visually looks more or less the same as the original, just with some modernizations added to it. So yeah, it's cool. And I don't know about actually watching it though. What happened?
It also got renewed for a second season. I think the second season aired.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like it's
I didn't
doing
know that.
well.
I didn't know that. I'm not really following that sort of thing, so I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, I wasn't following either, but I was just looking it up, and it was like, yeah, it's also getting a second season. I was like, oh, nice. Okay.
Sorry. Taspecific Xavier here in the chat asked you, Joshua, are you sure you don't want to watch The Bad Guys too?
Yeah, I'm, maybe someday, just as of now, like, it's not robot voice.
Oh, it's not a priority. Oh.
Yeah, but it's not a priority.
Oh, it's not a priority. Oh, Lord. You're missing out. You're missing out on peak here, man. The rocket scene, I'm telling you.
The rocket scene, okay.
It makes no sense, but it looks amazing.
All right. We'll see. Again, I don't know when, but at some point. I mean, okay. I did. I mean, let's think about it. I did eventually end up checking out Elio. I did eventually watch that movie.
Man, that was not your choice. They just happened to be streaming it.
Well, yeah, but like otherwise, I wouldn't have seen it. No, because like yeah, I wasn't really interested in seeing Elio. But then when Corgi Cam decided to stream it on Discord, I was like, okay, sure, I'll check it out. That was how I also saw the Lilo and Stitch remake movie, which was the worst film I've ever seen. It was awful. Oh my god. I had such a crash out near the end of that movie. I was like, I freaking hate this to my soul. Oh my god. And it got $1 billion at the box office. I don't know how it did it, but yeah, terrible. Terrible. God,
Robo the Snail. I'm being called Robo the Snail because Google is screwing up my voice right now, apparently.
Yeah, it happened.
Oh, I would have known. I guess when I play it back, I'll hear it.
Yeah, you'll hear it eventually.
Oh God.
There was a question I just saw. Oh no, it wasn't.
Apparently, there's music coming in. Is there music playing on your end?
Oh yeah, I got music playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the normal like background music that I tend to play.
Got it.
Yeah. Kawaii Mation said Elio was a pretty good movie though. You know,
he has a lot of mixed feelings about it.
Yeah,
and more negative. Honestly.
More negative. Yeah. Here's why. Here's why. Because Elio, in my personal opinion, with the way that they wrote the character, he's not that likable in the beginning. I personally did not like Elio as a character. And the thing is, what they needed to do with Elio was we needed to see him with his parents, right? We needed to see him like having a good time with his parents and, you know, having fun and having a good life, and then that was all taken away from him, and now he's with his aunt and he's in a you know, a place where people don't seem to like him or whatever. We needed to see way more with Elio as a character. And it's a shame that we didn't get that because like there was just certain moments in the story that just made me not, well, it made me not like Elio, but also it just felt as if like certain story elements were really missing as to why Elio is the way that he is, I guess, you know? Like, we didn't really see him try to make friends and other people pushing him away, because there was that scene, right, where Elio and Gordon was kind of like on the bridge, and they were kind of talking about each other, and Elio eventually is all of a sudden kind of like, nobody really wants me. And it's kind of like, and he mentions, am I the problem? And that would have been a good scene if we saw him coming to that conclusion that maybe there's something about him that probably keeps people away from him. Or if we saw earlier, hey, or actually what we could have seen was the clone, you know, getting along very well with the auntie, and Elio seeing the aunt seemingly being much happier with the clone version of Elio. And we could have seen that moment where he's like, damn, maybe there is something wrong with me or something. I don't know. I'm not going into full detail on a lot of these things though, but there were just certain things about the movie that just turned me off instantly. And I think with the rewrites, I just didn't, because with some of the stuff that I saw before with what they were going to do with the movie before they changed it, like it looked like it would have been a much better movie before than what we ended up getting. So that's my piece on that.
Yeah, no, when you definitely talked about it the other day, you made a lot of valid points that made sense. The criticisms were valid, and I totally understand where you were coming from. I didn't quite feel as strongly towards it as you did. I thought the film was decent overall. But I do agree with you with certain aspects that could have made the story a lot better, and especially with how the film was originally being presented at first with its teaser, where the plot almost seemed entirely different, but with different rewrites and the delays over time, they definitely changed a lot about it that made it become what it is now. Again, I understand where you're coming from. I don't hate it. I think it's decent overall. It could have been better in some aspects, but it's not the worst Pixar movie I've ever seen. That's for sure. It's definitely not. Just it's a movie that exists. Is what I would say. It's good. It's fine there, and then we just move on from it. Unfortunately, I wish it performed better because the film didn't really deserve that. There's nothing inherently awful about it. It didn't really deserve the fate it got with the box office, but it is what it is, and that's just where it is now.
Yeah, and Disney, word of advice, don't put out comments or posts saying, if you don't go see original movies in theaters, then don't ask for original movies. Because, sorry, billion-dollar company, the reason why people didn't see your movie, a lot of people didn't know that the movie was out. You guys barely advertised it. So don't do that whole, oh, well, you guys don't see original movies and like don't do that. Don't do that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Exactly.
Look, yeah. Just don't do that. God.
Kawaimation, there's three things I wanted to mention that he said here. The first thing was a direct question. He said, what other anime do you watch besides My Hero Academia? I've seen several. I've seen Beastars, I've seen Sailor Moon, all of Dragon Ball, Hunter x Hunter, Jujutsu Kaisen, Kill la Kill. I've seen a lot. One of my personal favorites is Fooly Cooly, FLCL, particularly just the original OVA season. I don't really care about the other ones they made later. FLCL is one of the craziest things I've ever witnessed. It's only 6 episodes long, but still just pure insanity. Absolutely love that anime. The second thing that he's mentioned here, let me just scroll down a bit and see here. Give me a second. Give me a second. He asked us. Oh no, it was your mom that said this. For both of us, do you guys agree that the bean mouth art style is overused, like the rest of the internet is saying, or do you guys say otherwise? It never really bothered me per se. But the thing is that it is being the staple, I'd say now. Like there's a lot of movies that are coming out that are doing it that are making people feel that way. Because now we have Turning Red, we have Elio, we have Luca, and sort of kind of Hoppers. Like they kind of toned it back a little there so far from what we've seen in the human designs, but you can still kind of see it there. So I see why people are getting kind of tired of it. Personally, for me, I don't really mind it. It's not that egregious.
Yeah, I don't really care, especially considering like it's not as if like the bean mouth style is the only style that's ever been reused over and over and over again. Like that's literally just the nature of animation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, you have a lot of different styles, but you also have people who will literally like do drawings or animate stuff in the same kind of style as they. I mean, Disney's done it for freaking 100 years at this point. You know, like a lot of their movies, like a lot of their classical movies kind of look very, very similar. And granted, yes, this is the same, this is from one studio, right? So that is a different situation there. But like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I always felt like people constantly mentioning cow art style or bean mouth is just getting very tiresome. It's like, can we complain about something else, please? Like it's just getting annoying. Like that's way more annoying to me than seeing movies with the bean art style and I mean bean mouth and whatever.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm actually looking forward to Hoppers. I mean, I'm a little concerned about the plot only because I would really hate for it to not end up becoming another liar revealed story. You know how I feel about those. But I have faith in the creator, We Bear Bear's creator, that he's not gonna go for that style of plot. I think it'll be fine, but we won't know until we actually see it, of course. So we'll see.
Right.
I'm trying to see if there's any other questions here that I missed. Kawaimation, he mentioned that the worst Pixar movie to him is Brave, and that The Good Dinosaur is mid, not terrible, but not great either. I'm gonna go against that and completely reverse it. I don't think Brave is that bad. The first 30 minutes is boring, but I thought the rest of the movie was fine to me. I didn't really mind it. The Good Dinosaur, however, is one of the most forgettable animated movies I've ever seen.
I haven't seen any of those movies, to be honest.
The Good Dinosaur, you're not missing out. You're not missing out on The Good Dinosaur, I'm telling you right now.
Okay. That's fine.
There's
I was never interested in that movie to begin with, and same with Brave, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can get if some people like it, but the majority of people don't like The Good Dinosaur. Like, you won't find a fan. You just will not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was trying to think, because, like, was there a show, there was a World of Color show that has a Good Dinosaur in it, but I don't remember which one it was.
A show?
Well, no, not like it's at Disney, right? Because they
Okay.
have like a fountain. I think I've shown you a couple of clips of like the fountain show that they have at California Adventure. And I think there was one that had Good Dinosaur in it. I just don't remember which one it was. Now, one of the newer shows that they have, which I'm not a fan of, has Wish in it, and it's like, why do you guys keep trying to put Wish in your nighttime spectaculars when the movie was bad and not a lot of people really liked the movie? Who is going to see? Who is going to see? What was even her name? I don't remember.
Oh God, I can't even. Give me a second. Hold on, I got this.
Okay.
No, I don't got this. No, I don't. I don't got this. I do not know her name.
I have to.
Oh my God.
I have to look it up now. What was her
That's
name?
crazy. Yeah, completely blanked out. Wow.
Asha, that was her name. A name as simple as Asha, and I can't even remember it. Oh my God. Anyway, who is going to watch a nighttime parade and see Asha from Wish? And kids are going to be like, oh my God, it's Asha! It's Asha! It's Valentine! Who's going to do that? None. Like, nobody talks about that movie.
I'm going to dress up as Asha for Halloween. The words never uttered from a little girl's mouth.
Exactly. I've seen so many people, because when I go to Disneyland, kids are dressing up as characters all the time. And even then, in October, when it's Halloween time, people are dressing up. Kids are dressing up. Adults are also dressing up. There was an entire group of people. It was like 4 people. Was it 4 or 5? It was like 5 adults, I think, and they all dressed up as like characters from Winnie the Pooh, which was pretty cool. But not once have I ever seen anyone dressing up as any of the characters from Wish. I've seen them dressing up as all other princesses from the Disney princess franchise, but Wish, never. So, you tell me what that means.
Clearance on Walmart. Literally all the toys were on clearance for the longest time, and even at clearance, no one was buying them.
Yeah, like I think even at the Disney store, World of Disney, which is at Downtown Disney, they those merchandise sales instantly, I think they were like 50 or 60% off, like very quickly.
Right.
So that tells you that when things are not going well for your movie, then that tells you absolutely everything you need. She doesn't even have a meet and greet here. All the other princesses like tend to have meet and greets every now and then throughout the year. She only had one throughout the film when the movie was out. Never again. You don't even see her in any freaking park at all. No meet and greet. No,
absolutely not.
Yeah, it was not a good movie, and people don't talk about it. And it flopped horribly at the box office as well.
Even after being advertised as Disney's 100th, it still wasn't enough to get people to come see it.
No, because it was just bad. Like, that is your 100th movie, or not your 100th, but that was your movie for your 100th celebration. Not a good look. Just not a good look at all.
I don't know what I'm looking at right now, but I'm scrolling on Twitter and I just saw some clip from SpongeBob, and I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at.
What was it? A clip from the actual show, or was it?
Yeah, no, it's from a fairly new episode. SpongeBob Trash Pants.
I've never heard of that. That must have been like
it's
a
probably,
recent episode.
Yeah, it's brand new. It's brand new.
So like, I guess it came out like maybe last weekend or something, or maybe this week.
Possibly, but I don't know what I'm looking at here, man. They're going way too far with this animation right here. The wackiness is like at an 11.
You might have to send that to me, because now I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now, because what is going on here? Give me a second. And sent. There. Let me see in the chat here if I'm missing anything. Just catching up.
Alright.
Another question for both of you. Your mom. What are your thoughts on Paramount's wanting to own Warner Brothers? They're most likely wanting to own them because they see how much they're screwing themselves up. So Paramount is like, you know what? Can we just like handle you guys and like, you know, make the better decisions for you? So that's my only guess as to why they're trying to acquire them. As for them owning them, sure. Again, it'll probably be better than whatever David is doing right now. So go for it, I guess, if the deal actually goes through. But I don't think it's going to happen, because I think Warner Brothers is too massive for them to just be sold off like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it would be. I think I remember seeing it somewhere earlier today, or it might have been yesterday, where like
Mhm.
they were saying that it would be upwards to like $16 billion if you were to acquire them or something, which is a
Right.
lot of money, which would make sense. But like, would Paramount really? I mean, they just did a merger right now, so would they really want to spend that money to acquire
And
Warner
Kawhi Mason
Brothers?
just mentioned. Kawhi Mason just mentioned. Kawhi Mason just now mentioned that apparently Warner Brothers rejected Paramount's bid. Yeah, that's pretty much what I
Yeah,
expected.
they did, right?
Yeah. hmm Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not surprised by that.
And some people want, as he also mentioned, NBC Universal was interested on Warner Brothers Discovery. I think some people want Comcast to buy Warner Brothers. I mean, I don't know how that would go about if that were to happen. It's just interesting, that like all of a sudden all of these companies want to buy Warner Brothers Discovery. I just find that very interesting. And if they were to buy Warner Brothers Discovery, David would be out of the picture anyway. So
Yeah, it's because they want to save the company from themselves. So many people are trying to get in there.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, because that's the thing. Like Warner Brothers have like a lot of great franchises, and you just have a company ran by a complete idiot who has no idea what he's doing.
Exactly.
So
and for a long time now. I mean, he's been president for what, about the last 4 years now?
At least
longer than that. I got lost track, honestly.
Yeah, at least the past 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be right back very quickly, but you can continue on answering some questions.
All right. Let's see here.
I'm just gonna give me some water, so I'll be right back quick.
Yeah, that's no problem. I'm gonna scroll up a bit and see what else is here because I'm pretty sure I missed a few. Just give me a second. Oh God, the Lilo & Stitch remake was just a terrible movie. Yeah, I was okay with it for the most part until I heard the changes made, like by introducing that neighbor lady that was supposed to act like Lilo's grandma, I guess. I don't know. And then the whole thing with Nani at the end where she could just teleport to college whenever she wants to go, and then I'm like, no, what is this DeviantArt fan fiction? No. It just wasn't working for me. I didn't even bother with it after that. And sure enough, when I watched further reviews of it after the film came out, people were not vibing with it whatsoever. And I'm like, yeah, I figured. So I didn't even bother with it. Josh saw it. He hates it, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, as for me with the Gary the Snail thing, guys, like I said, I do have the snail already designed. I'm going to be coming out with it in sometime in early November. My main logo is the swirl, the orange swirl. It's supposed to resemble the Dreamcast logo. It's on my channel banner right now on YouTube. So that's the print I have on my shell, on my snail's design, is that swirl. I like it. It's pretty eye-catching, so I decided to go with that as like my logo. Your mom says, so Alex, all the corporate stuff aside, how are you in general and what you've been up to lately? Pretty well. I've been doing a lot of werewolf art for Halloween on Twitter and whatnot. I've been taking commissions and drawing people's characters as werewolves. That's been super fun for me because I love drawing werewolf stuff. But I do have plans to, like I said, go back to the channel and really make back video content because it's been a while. I have a lot of ideas I can do too that I've been lacking. So, yeah. Let's see here.
There we go.
Sky has returned, everybody. Sky has returned.
Sky has returned.
Sky has returned. I think that's it for the most part. Oh, here you go. Kawaii Nation says, Alex, do you watch Maggie's Market, what Josh is in? I want to, definitely for sure, because I just find it absolutely insane that he's actually in the show, and not just as like a cameo or a background character. He's like a main character. He has solo scenes. He has solo scenes just focused on him. It's insane. It's insane, and some of the stuff they make him do is like crazy too. So I definitely want to binge it when I get the opportunity.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I literally, the newest episode that came out, which was like, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, or was it a month ago? I don't remember. But it was pretty much an episode where I actually jump into the app that my show is on, and I'm like trying to get this bird to come back. It's a kind of like an animated bird and stuff, and
Mhm.
it's very cool. It's incredibly cruel. Cruel. It's not cruel. It's cool. But yeah, like I keep watching that episode and I'm like, man, this is like really, really good. And I think it's like some of the best performance that I've done in the show so far. Cause like I'll let you know, Alex, like when you do eventually see the show, I'm awkward in the first couple of episodes that I'm in, but then eventually,
of course,
like I get
of course, because it's like in any show, you know, they're never gonna find their footing off the first season or so. You know, they have to eventually develop their own style, and it only grows from there on.
right.
So it's really cool to see that, and if I do binge it, I'll be able to see your progression in real time.
Yeah, yeah, and
Because
man,
that's
I
pretty
can't
cool.
I can't wait for some of the other episodes from this current season to come out. Especially since there's like a song.
At the
No, wait, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, at the risk of sounding like I'm being a sponsor for your show,
Oh.
Joshua, where can we actually watch this show?
Oh, yeah.
What
yeah.
streaming service should I go to?
It's on a streaming service for kids called Yippee TV, Yippee.tv, I believe.
This is the part where you offer a 20% off discount.
Shoot, I wish. I wish. I think like you could do it on for a month for free, and then I think actually now I think they have like a some sort of a deal going on where like if you were to just pay it for annually, it's like 50% off or something. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So like that's it's there. It's cool.
Is it up to date right now?
Huh?
Is it up to date? Like, does it have every single episode?
Well, it's almost. I mean, well, actually, we have like I think 4 more episodes for this current season to come out, and 1 is gonna come out next month. I don't know which episode it's gonna be because, mind you, this is a fairly like small crew that we work with, and so we only have like 1 editor doing the entire show, right? And he also edits for some of the other shows that they also produce over there too. So, yeah, that's why like episodes take a while to come out with, and especially considering that we do so many like green screen stuff as well. Like I guarantee you, if we were not doing green screens, it wouldn't take so long to have an episode come out. But because we do green screen, there's like a lot of calculating that we have to do to get things right on the green screen. That's why it kind of takes quite a bit of time to kind of edit things and to get it out in any timely fashion, which is interesting because like because I talk with like the director / creator of the show kind of often, and he like will tell me sometimes that like parents on Facebook or on Instagram, when we would post like a video talking about, hey, an episode's out, and they also show like some behind the scenes stuff, and like he will tell me that sometimes the parents will kind of be like, where's more Maggie's Market? We're looking for more episodes. We can't wait for more and stuff like that. So they are always asking for more episodes. And man, I mean, if we could film like more than 5 or 6 for one season, that would be great. You know, because they would have like way more to look forward to and stuff like that. But you know, I mean, it's a fairly like small streaming service. It's not on the level of like Netflix or Paramount or anything like that. It's definitely not that. It's you know, so it's a smaller company, but
right,
regardless, you know, it still has people. In fact, like co-star Katie, who plays Maggie in the show, like she's had a couple of people who've recognized her when she would go out and stuff and recognize her from the show. That hasn't happened to me yet. And I'm kind of thankful for that because I don't know how I would respond. You know what I mean? I'm like more of an introvert and a shy person, so I probably would be a little awkward. But you know, like yeah, so yeah, it's something. But I'm grateful for the show. Like it's so much fun to perform on, and yeah, and it's fun to like do a lot of the songs on the show as well. Like they have me, especially like
it's perfect for you. It's actually perfect for you because you're a fantastic singer. So it's like they got a win-win situation when it comes to that.
I mean, the amount of times like they talked about like how talented I am vocally, like my co-star, she constantly, when it comes to mentioning me, like in her post, when it comes to
Hmm.
like talking about the show, she'll talk about how much she like enjoys like singing along with me, and it's like, oh, he's really talented. I'm like, oh, you can calm down. It's like, let's not, like, not that I'm not saying like, oh, you're building my ego or anything like that, but it's like I can't take this much flattery. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Right.
I mean, like, recently with like the past two seasons, when it came to me filming or recording like vocals for the show, like they definitely wanted me to kind of just like, I don't know. They really wanted to use my voice to do like some background vocal, well, not background vocals, but I guess they wanted me to do like some ad libs on a couple of songs now. Which has been pretty fun to do. And like one song that's gonna come out this year, or it might be next year actually, depending on how like slow the episodes are gonna come out. But yeah, like they wanted me to do like a couple of ad libs for a song, and it's like, wow, that sounds pretty darn good. Like, I'm not boosting myself up when I mention that, though. It's just, because a lot of times I'm like very like impressed on some of the stuff that we that they have me do in terms of like the songs and stuff like that. But yeah,
Right.
and especially like earlier this year, the day that I went in to sing, like my voice was not there. And eventually, like the cool thing was that the person I was recording with, the guy who does a lot of like our music mixes and makes like kind of writes most of our songs, because we have another songwriter as well, but he's based in Nashville. He took me to Starbucks and we got like some tea to help out with my throat and some throat lozenges as well, and I was able to sing, fairly good. Like my voice was like maybe at 75 or 80% there, but it was enough to where I was able to sing, and I was like, okay, good, thank goodness. Phew.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a
That's
whole
a save.
ordeal.
That's a save.
It's absolutely, because we were gonna film, because we usually like record our songs like at least 2 weeks before we actually film the episodes. That's just so we have like a little bit enough time for when we do happen to record the episode, we have a draft of our voices over the music. So like when we're lip syncing and doing the music video, we basically kind of get the gist of the finished product, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a whole
Cartoon
thing.
fan asks.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying the cartoon fan said, "What is the show's name?" It's Maggie's Market. That's the show that Joshua is stars in.
Yeah, you can even find some of the songs on YouTube, because
Mhm.
they have some of the songs on YouTube. It's also on Spotify and Amazon Music. So, yeah,
It's still crazy. I can't.
it
I
is.
still can't believe
And
that.
mind you, like this is a preschool show, so it's for like very young audiences
Yeah,
and
no.
stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely appealing to kids, but it doesn't matter if you just enjoy it because of the simple fact that you're in it, and the production value and what they end up doing is actually really well done too. So yeah,
Right.
the effort is clearly there, and it's very commendable.
Right. Koimation says, "Yep, it's insane to see it on YouTube too." Yeah. They posted like, I think it was the very first episode of the show on YouTube, and yeah, it's definitely gotten much better since then in terms of like the writing, and also the because because we're learning things along the way as well. So also in terms of the editing, when it comes to like green screen, chroma key, and all that stuff, and what kind of audio stuff that we use and everything like that. So the show's just only gotten, from a technical standpoint, but also from like just a standpoint in terms of writing and songs and our performance and stuff. It's just keeps getting better and better and better. And yeah, it's been great. Yeah, I saw the first episode and I liked it. It did have a lot of heart poured into it despite the low budget. Yeah. I mean, we have some really good writers on the show. We've even had like, I think she's written 2 of our episodes. One of the writers from, I think, Milo Murphy's Law actually wrote on like 2 episodes of our show, which is very freaking cool. Like, it's like, hello, we're getting writers that wrote on some of these Disney shows writing on our show. What's happening? You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
very, very cool. Yeah. But, yeah, it's definitely, which is, it's honestly why I really enjoy the show, is because, like, you know, the writing in it is, like, really, really good. You know, it's like, it's definitely not like other preschool shows where it's definitely trying to talk down to children. The director specifically did not want that, you know, which is also why me and Katie got the role, because
yeah, I agree.
Because when other people were, like, you know, auditioning for the role, like, they were kind of, you know, they knew, like, oh, it's a preschool show and it's gonna be this, and so they kind of put on, like, I guess, like, too big of a smile, or like obviously like a fake persona or something, whereas me and Katie, we kind of were just a bit more real with our auditions and callbacks and stuff, and so that's why, you know, they called us back, and that's how the show was created. So yeah,
That's amazing.
it is. Trust it 100% is. And I almost revealed something that I'm probably not able to reveal just yet, though. Like, I wish I could. It's a
Don't do it.
project.
Don't do it.
It's
No,
not.
don't do it.
All I'm gonna say is it's a project that they're trying to pilot, you know, for the show, and so it'll be interesting to see where that goes. But that's all I can say.
All right.
Yeah. That's amazing that a Milo Murphy's Law writer worked on the series. Yeah, absolutely. And again, I think I mentioned this on the channel too. The creator of Johnny Test, not Johnny Test, Johnny Bravo. He was a character in one of the episodes, so I got to work with him, and that literally was
I remember
one
that
of the
too.
coolest moments ever. Like, it was just awesome. And he, like, on one of the scripts, he wrote, like, he gave me an autograph and also drew Johnny Bravo on there as well. So again, and that was the first season. Freaking amazing. Van Partible, yes, exactly. Yep, he was in one of our episodes. I got to work with him.
Wow. Yeah, I remember when you showed me that. You showed me the picture of what you took with him, and I was like, "There's no way." This is
Right.
That. Yeah, my mind was blown that day.
Yeah, because I think like I remember I think it was the day of when it came to, it was either the day of or it was maybe when we were doing the table reads for the first season, and I think the director was talking about, like, oh yeah, so you may know him, he created Johnny Bravo, he's gonna be one of the characters, and I was like, wait, excuse me? I had to do like a double take. I was like, huh? You're kidding. It was, oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, like it was, again, still, that was like I coolest moment of my life. One of the coolest moments of my life. It forever will be.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The benefits of being in California once again.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
You will
Alright,
never
well,
forget that for as long as you live. Truth.
So does anyone else have any other questions they want to ask me? Because I'm starting to get really hungry and tired. So I just want to, yeah, I just want to make sure that it's all set and clear before I end up going and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, we damn, it's been 2 hours already. It's always
2 hours.
It's always, well, almost, it's 2.5 hours. Jeez.
Wow, yeah, time really flew.
Yeah. I want to make a preschool show, but I want it to be a mix of viewer interaction without talking down to them. Yeah, I mean, that's always possible. Like, I mean, our show does have, like, a little bit of viewer interaction, you know, which obviously, like, having a viewer interaction, like, in any show is not, that's not, like, what I talk about when it comes to, like, talking down to children, you know what I mean? But just more so in the sense of when we do, like, these kind of, like, lessons in our show, we teach these lessons in such a way where it's easy for them to understand, but it's not like we're trying to spell it out for them on what you're supposed to learn. You know what I mean? Like, we don't treat kids as if they're dumb in these shows.
Exactly.
Which is good.
Yeah, which I respect.
Yeah.
I respect that. Kawaii Mation asks, "Are you excited for Sonic 4 that one snail?" Yes, actually. The first two I actually wasn't that into. I respect them more than I actually enjoyed watching them. The third one, however, that one was executed much better, and I had a great time watching that one with Josh. Actually, me and him watched it together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm actually I'm curious to see what they'll go for the fourth. Obviously, they're gonna throw Amy in there because she was teased the end of the third. We're gonna have Metal Sonic somehow thrown in there as well. So I'm curious about what they'll do for that. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's crazy, honestly, that just with the way that all of this turned out, you know, because this very
Yeah,
well could have been a flop because of the original character design, but
exactly.
people, you know, raised hell enough about it, and they changed the design to where it looks great, honestly, and yeah, it's just spawned a trilogy so far, and now it's gonna get a fourth movie. And it even
Hmm.
spawned like a spin-off series with Knuckles, like for a little bit as well. So
Right.
it's legitimately crazy on like how it's just spawned to be as big as it is now. But they've done like such a great job, you know.
Yeah, no, they really have. They really have. Your mom says, yes, I do, regarding to my question of asking if anyone had any other questions. Is it weird? And he mentioned this before in the chat when this is the second time saying this. Is it weird that I find Josh to be a second dad to me and Alex to be the funny uncle? That's oddly specific.
That
Um,
yeah, very oddly specific. What the hell does that even
yeah,
mean?
I guess I'm the funny uncle that shows up. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, it's Alex. I
Yeah,
guess. I don't know.
that would be you. That would definitely be you.
I I suppose it would be. I did never saw myself like that, but sure, okay.
Yeah. Oh
Well
my
then,
goodness. He is being so unhinged the past couple of. Oh Lord, that's crazy.
well,
Hey, Maggie's Market looks fun. Yeah, it is. It is fun. Like I think honestly, I think anybody would enjoy the show. Like you don't have to be a preschooler to enjoy it, but you would, you know, it's definitely like, especially the last episode. Like I think like a lot of people would definitely have a lot of fun watching it.
mm. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna get into it eventually. It's still airing, or not airing, but it's still showing episodes from its current season, right? Like it's not complete yet.
Correct. It's not complete. And
And
I'm
how?
sure eventually we're gonna have a season 5 next year,
Right.
probably in March.
Do you know how long each episode is exactly?
Honestly, it varies. So like most episodes are
Mm,
generally around 20 minutes long. Sometimes they can be a little longer, sometimes they can be a little shorter. We usually have like at least 20 pages written, so a page in television is usually like a minute long. Generally, that's kind of the rule. Um, but yeah, like it's not it's definitely not a 15-minute or 11-minute like episode or anything. Like it's yeah, as Cartoon Fan says, 18 minutes is the episode on YouTube for the first one. Yeah. The latest one, which was my episode, which actually took us 2 days to film, which mind you, the way that we do the show, we tend to we tend to record every episode within 1 day. So when we're doing like 5 episodes or 6 episodes, that's for that entire week. That's how that tends to go. This episode that I did actually took us like 2 days to film. And part of the reason why was because on the last day that I was doing like filming for season 4, not only was I filming part of that episode, but I was also filming part for another episode that I was in, but only for like one scene. So they didn't need me for like that particular day when they were filming that episode. So that's why excuse me, that's why it was pretty much I was filming for the last day and doing all that. But also I was doing the music video for that episode as well, which took up a lot of time because it was also on another set as well, like a actual live set, which was really freaking cool. And so that took up a lot of time and stuff like that. But also the other reason why we had to do a second day for that episode was because spoiler alert, I mean it's not really like a story thing, but I pretty much get eggs dropped on me for a segment that is also in another show that they do on that streaming service. So I had to come back for that because we needed to actually kind of like schedule it with the person who does like these stunts for her other show. And so that was one of the things that we had to do. And so, yeah. But that episode, the reason why I mentioned that it took 2 days to film was
So-
because that episode was like roughly 40 minutes long altogether. Because that episode is also.
So you're basically calling yourself an egghead.
No, I am not. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? But yeah.
So you're saying we should. So you're saying we should call you an egghead? Is that what you're saying?
No, I am not saying that. What are you doing? What are you
Okay,
doing?
well, that's your nickname on Facebook, and I'm gonna have to change that.
Okay, sure. Great.
Mhm,
But yeah, but that episode, the reason why that episode is but yeah, the reason why that episode is 36 minutes long, or roughly 40, was because it's kind of more of an interactive episode. So the first segment is like roughly 15-20 minutes or so, and basically you kind of have to go through the app essentially, and you have to scroll down, and you have to find another video that I'm in, and then you have to find another video that I'm in. So it's kind of like the episode's literally called a Yippee scavenger hunt. So that's kind of what it is on the app, and so that's why the episode is so long. So yeah. And they have a version of that episode where you don't have to do the scavenger hunt. You just watch the entire thing. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting that it's almost 40 minutes long. It is, yeah. I was shocked when he told me, but then I was like, yeah, that's right. We did film this for 2 days, so it makes sense that it's that long. So, yeah. But it's one of my favorite episodes thus far. Not because I'm the main star in it, though, but it's just because it was, like, really, 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 really fun. And it's very different from what we've done, previously. So, yeah. A regular egghead from Regular World. God damn it.
Yeah, you unlocked something with that one.
Look at what you did, Alex. I hate you now.
Oh, well, look what I named you on Facebook, and you'll see what I did.
Oh, God. Did it even update? Yep. Egghead. God damn it.
Yep. Sorry, that's just how it is now.
Yep. Yep, we are getting that mofo out of here. Goodbye. Good riddance.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw the first letter and I was like, all right.
Yeah, I
there
saw.
go.
Look, trust me. Like I've seen this happen in my stream before, but also I moderate another streamer who is also a Disney streamer. My life is surrounded by Disney. Imagine that. But yeah, like I literally. But literally, like I will see that happen sometimes in his stream, and me amongst other like moderators will instantly be kind of quick on it. Like, yeah, these people, like, they think they can get me. I literally don't care. Okay, like it's not. You're not gonna get any sort of reaction. You're just gonna be gone. You know what I mean? You're just gonna be eaten out of here, because at the end of the day, you are literally just a loser, and you could disappear from planet Earth and no one's gonna care. That's all I'm gonna say.
Take that.
Yeah. What was? Oh, the Simpsons movie 2. Yeah. What are your thoughts about that?
It's so random. I don't know. They're far past the prime. I don't get it. Why? I mean, sure, I guess, but do people even care? I don't know.
Nah, the same. Yeah, wow, Josh, that's kind of dark even for you. You know, I don't think it is, but just saying. Wow, do we really have... Okay, so this person has multiple channels?
Oh, boy. All right, well,
wow, that is literal loser behavior, dude. That is
all right,
insane.
well, looks like we're going to have to end this now.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. Like, I usually have this like set where it has like yeah, but that's crazy.
It's always gotta be someone that ruins it.
Yeah. Again, like that, but that's literally loser behavior. So let me get this straight.
No, absolutely.
The dude subscribed to my channel to do this? Wow.
And then had a backup.
And had a backup. Yeah, that is words that I'm not going to say. Like, Alex knows the word I'm going to say. but I'm not gonna say it here. Yeah, that's like, dude, that is like legitimately freaking pathetic, man.
Wow. That's all right anyway, because I was gonna wrap it up anyway. I think I'm pretty much done for now.
Yeah, I
just
mean, like,
again with my first.
Yeah, because I'm also getting kind of like, I need to go back downstairs and do a couple of things too. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, this was my first live stream. I've never interacted with a live chat before, ever.
Right.
I've had ideas to stream for myself for a while, mainly with my Twitter crowd for my art and whatnot. I just never really got around to it, and I guess I've always had some sort of like shyness about it. Now I don't really have that anymore. I can just pretty much just do it, no problem. So whenever you want to do this again, just let me know, and we can definitely set it up for a future day, and we'll plan it out and whatnot.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, this was a lot of fun. I think it's definitely more fun doing it this way than say like the previous like just me talking. You know, like, I mean, regardless, that is still a very fun thing to do though. But again, yeah, like I'd say that this was definitely a lot of fun, and yeah, we gotta do it again sometime.
All right. That's pretty much it for me, guys. So, again, I am going to be rebranding the Gary the Editor thing. I'm not going to be Gary the Editor going forward. It is now That One Snail. I am going to be making a video called A Reintroduction sometime in the first week of November, where it pretty much introduces the new snail I designed and whatnot, and my plans for the channel going forward. So look out for that. And that's pretty much it for me, I guess. So.
Yeah, and again, I have no idea when I'm going to post another video. I keep saying I want to do something, but things kind of like happen to where it doesn't really like work out necessarily. I mean, part of it is I just need to get back into writing a script, because I don't want to just like go onto like, you know, use this microphone and just start talking my thoughts, because I'm gonna start like repeating myself over and over and over again, and it's like, nah, let's just have yeah, that's kind of what that is. But at some point,
your mom.
No, go ahead.
Your mom says, "Bye, Alex. Nice to finally hear your beautiful voice. Yes, I'm doing it to you too, and I will hope to hear it again soon." Hey, I mean, I speak all the time on my channel, and on top of that, I have a playlist on Joshua's channel where all the reviews I posted on his channel and mine are kind of combined together. So I'm always talking. So if you want to watch those, go right ahead. You can hear me, you know, on my thoughts on a lot of things.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad. First of all, I'm glad that you know, agreed to do this, and again, it was a very fun stream. Yeah, whenever we can do it again, we definitely will.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we gotta probably incorporate you more in my videos too, because why not? Whenever I go back to doing another video, but you know.
Yep, just up to me.
Yeah, or again, when Zootopia 2 comes out, that could be a thing that happens. You never know.
Oh no, that's a video that's definitely happening. It has to happen between us, whether it be a video or just a live stream of us just talking about the film. It needs to happen. I definitely will have to do that.
Right. All right, so on that note, I think we are going to end this stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this Saturday. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and hopefully next week it does well for you. I know that we are close to Halloween time. It is 2 Fridays away, so maybe we do a stream before then. I don't know, or maybe not we. Maybe I do. We'll see. We'll see what happens when it comes down to that, though. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for joining in the stream. Hope you guys continue to have a good week. Continue to have a good weekend. It's a little bit too loud there. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time, whether it be in a live stream or in another video. So again, thank you guys so much.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Make up my mind. baby.